Okay, welcome back to the new and last domain on the GED exam, graphs. This is going to include graphs, functions, etc. There's tons of this on the test, so pay attention. Even though this is a shorter domain in terms of the number of slides I'll have covered, it's still very important, especially slope. Okay, so lesson 1, let's do a motivation activity. What's your alignment? You may be familiar with one of the popular games like Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons or another role-playing game and have seen a chart like this. So you're lawful good, lawful neutral, lawful evil, neutral good, true neutral, neutral evil, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, or chaotic evil. Now, why don't you take the test? If you'd like, you could go take the test at easydamas.com alignmenttest.html. I'm true neutral. Why don't you make a graph and approximate about where you'd be? I'll give you a moment to give that a shot. Remember, as always, you could press the space bar to pause on your keyboard or tap the screen on your mobile device. I'll give you 1 sec. Okay, so here's an alignment graph. I graphed it out like this. You could have graphed the axes the opposite way. The axes are the lines across. The x-axis is the across horizontal axis. The y-axis is the up and down, the vertical axis. So I put evil on the left side, good on the right side, lawful up top, chaotic down bottom, and neutral in the middle. So since I'm true neutral, so I'm neutral on lawful and chaotic, and I'm neutral on good and evil, I'd be right in the middle. So that would be 0, 0, right in the middle. About where would you be? Okay, so X, like I said, is across, horizontal. Y-axis is up and down, vertical. The middle of the graph of a coordinate grid is generally 0. It can occasionally be something else, but it's just with the coordinate grid, which is what we're using now, it's generally 0. Okay, some other things. Parallel lines. You know how I said they're like railroad tracks. They never intersect. Parallel lines have the same slope and they never intersect. You'll see a picture of that on the right-hand side. Perpendicular lines intersect at a 90-degree angle. You'll see a picture of that at the bottom of the page, the bottom right and the bottom left. Here's a close-up of that. Sometimes they can be at an odd angle, and you may think, oh, doesn't it have to be exactly on 1, 1, 2, 2, exactly on one of these things to have this right angle? And that's not necessarily the case. It could be this right angle could form at an angle to the x-axis. Okay, and that could be a little confusing. All right, so reading a graph. When we look at a graph, to read it, you're probably familiar with how to do this, but maybe not. So when I say point A, that's -3, -2. The x-coordinates are first. So we look at the x-axis, the across axis, and we go over 1, 2, 3 backwards. To the left is negative, to the right is positive. And then up or down. Okay, that would actually be -3, 2, not -3, -2. But you get the idea. You see how the y goes up 2? Okay. Now we go down bottom, and it says, okay, -1, -2. So it goes over 1 and down 2. All right. We look at B. It has 3, 2. We go over 3 and up 2. You look at D, we go over 1 and down 2. So that's X is 1, Y is -2. All right. A positive slope is increasing or going up. A negative slope is decreasing or going down. So the blue line has a positive slope. It's going up. Or if there was an arrow indicating it, we would say it's probably going up. The red line has a negative slope. It's going down. A flat slope is a straight line. It is neither increasing nor decreasing. So it's staying the same. So if something was at 2 and it stayed the same, y equals 2, the line y equals 2 would be a straight line right through y equals 2. Okay, and we'll continue next time.